Hello everybody. I will be presenting you the capabilities, how you can include these Java and JavaScript and other things into Creator. So let me take a step back and describe the anatomy of any app, be it a mobile app or a web app. So it has a backend that powers the app and it has a front end that your users interact with. So at the backend, as a developer, we need to work on the data model, different types of data and the models and connect between the connection between them, and then you need to work on the authorization, who gets to authorize what, and then the workflow, the business logic. And as far as the front end is concerned, where your users interact, you could have an interactive form, then the report where you'll have the data and some custom screens and with pages. So using Zoho Creator to build an app, we have the required tools for all these things. I'm sure you have been learning all these things for the past 1.5 days. So we have the data model, the schema builder, and then the permissions features, which we'll be covering later during the day, and the workflow creator to define business logic. And at the front end, Creator has the form creator, report creator, and page creator that helps you rapidly develop applications. So on top of that, so we have these languages in Creator, Deluge for the backend, and we do have Deluge for the front end as well, because you can write code, you can hide a field. You have a lot of client-specific functions that we saw earlier in the day, and you can write HTML code and recently introduced ZML code as well. So these are the currently available languages that is there in Creator to help you build a web or a mobile app. So it could be applicable both for a web app as well as for a mobile app. Now today, we are introducing more languages to Creator. So across the board, across backend, front end, for mobile app and for web app. So let's look at each one of them. So the new backend languages to build an app. So we are introducing Java, Python, and Node.js to build the backend of your app, both web and as well as the mobile app. So we are calling them as cloud functions. The reason why we are calling them as a cloud function is that it doesn't require, typically it requires servers, infrastructures to run these things, but then since it's a serverless thing, we are calling it as a cloud function. So it's basically cloud functions uses these languages to build the backend of an app without the need of any infrastructure. So these are the benefits that once you start using the cloud functions, you don't have to worry about the servers, you can easily integrate, then you can reuse the code, you can build really powerful apps. And with respect to the capabilities inside Creator, again, we support 3 languages, and then there is a testing part. You could execute and see how it works. So there is an editor inside Creator for these languages, and then you can also upload the different libraries. You have thousands and thousands of open source libraries out there in the internet, like in GitHub and so on. You can upload them into Creator, and you can again call those libraries from your Java functions. And you can all hook them up together with the individual events there. It's available there already for the forms. For example, the onload, on user input, on validate, and now all those functions, events, you can call these Java functions. So why these 3 languages? Because of the obvious popularity, enormous user base, and like I told, you have I took this count, we've got more than 400K projects in GitHub alone for these 3 languages put together. So you've got a lot of solution packages as well. So you'll have endless possibilities with all these languages. I'm going to quickly show you a demo that would watermark an image that is uploaded in Creator. So this is a scenario. So say there's a company named Zilker, and they are into photography, and these photographers click their photos and publish their photos in their website for public use. And currently, the kind of features that Creator has, they could upload it, but if they want to watermark those photos, back office employees need to download every photo that is downloaded in Creator, and then use maybe a special software to watermark that, and then upload it back to Creator. So that would take some time. So would require some manpower, it's inefficient, and it's not really tightly coupled with Creator as well. Okay, so let's see how to use Cloud Function as a solution. So in the on success of that particular form, where the photographer uploads the file, we could call a Java function that would actually watermark automatically and then uploads it back to the same Creator form. So there is no manual intervention. So a form like this could be converted, something like that, with the watermark using Java. So let's quickly get into the demo. So here's my Zilker photographer app. So I'm going to add a record. Okay. So let me select this record. So this is typically what they would do. So right now it's not watermarked. So I'll just show you the form, and let's get inside the workflow. Okay. So we have got something called functions. Okay. So create function. I'm going to name it as watermark, or rather generate watermark. So here you see there is a new option to select the language. I select Java. And then I'm going to add an argument because the Java function needs to know record ID of that particular record. So I'm going to add an ID, and also I'm going to pass the image string so that that Java function will download the image and then upload it back to the same record. So here's a simple sample code that's there. So these are the generated code. So I'm not going to get deep into that. So I have my code here. Yeah. So I'm going to copy this code. This actually watermarks the image back, and watermarks the image, and it uploads back to Creator. Okay. So this is just only one piece of code, and I'm saving it. You don't have to worry what it does now. Okay. And here it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to form workflows. I already have a workflow, but I don't think there's anything inside that. Okay, I've hidden now this thing. So in the on success of the form, I don't have any code over there. I'm going to call this function. So call function. So generate watermark is available now. So I'm going to pass the ID first. So it has to be a string, and then the photo itself. Okay. And I save it. Yeah. Got it saved. Now if I get back to the application, I'm going to select an image. Let's select the same image now, and I submit it. Okay, there you go. So here's the watermarked image. It's done. Great. So this is the power of the cloud functions. So by the way, the availability of the language, it's still there as a preview, and we are giving to select users. If you like to have a taste of that, you could register it in our booth, or maybe you can catch one of the guys and then give your email address, and we will have it enabled for you. As far as Python and Node.js is concerned, it's due for release in Q1 next year. So next, we'll get into the new front-end language to build an app. Okay. So we are supporting JavaScript for that. So, and we are calling it as widget. So it's a little small feature where you can use JavaScript and add extensions to your CRM. So similarly, we are bringing the same functionality to Creator, so you get the support of JavaScript in Creator as well. So again, it doesn't need any infrastructure to run. Creator takes care of that, and it's supported in the pages of Creator. So there you have got complete control to customize the UI, and we give an SDK where you can call the Creator APIs. So you need not call the Creator API directly. So we have wrapped them all into the, we have scaffolded and we have wrapped them all in a language object where you can directly call them. So this is how it works. Like you got the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript packed together, and then there is a JS SDK in between. And using the JS SDK, you can interact between the data which is there in Creator. So there's a series of steps that needs to be involved. So you'll have to do this on your desktop, test it, and then package it, and then upload it back in Creator. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. So before that, so these are the possibilities that you can do in Creator using JavaScript. For example, a wizard kind of a paginated form could be done. For example, if you want to show the detailed view of a record in a different way, you could do that. And maybe you want to show the report in a different format, like I say, like a Gantt chart, where you can see it as a timeline. So you could do this as well. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do this. So I get back to the same application. Okay. So before that, we need to get into the terminal. So this is the first thing that you need to do. You need to have the NPM installed. Once you have the NPM installed, so this one little line of code that you need to first install in your machine. So I'm now installing the Zoho Extension Toolkit. It's getting installed, step number 1. And then let's see the present working directory. It is there under widgets. So it's users track1/widgets. Okay, I'm inside the folder widgets. This is my project folder. Okay. Now I'm going to init this and create a project. So step number 2 is creating a project. ZET init. And it will ask which Zoho service do you want to create for. So I select Creator, and I need to give a project name. I give Gantt chart, and it's creating some initial set of files. So it's done. Okay. If you go to the Finder, so there you got the widgets folder and a folder called Gantt is created already. And there is a folder named app where you need to add all your JavaScript code and everything. So I already have a JavaScript code written. So I'm going to simply copy that app. I'm going to copy this app and paste it here. I'm going to replace it here. Fine. Okay. So let me get back to the widget, which means that step number 3, doing a project. That's done. Step number 1, install the Zoho Extension Toolkit, ZET. Step number 2, initialize your project and create the project, that is ZET init. Step number 3 is creating a project, like working on the JavaScript and doing like that. That's also done. Step number 4 is packing it as a zip file. So this is ZET pack. Maybe I'll put it at top. ZET pack. Oh, it says like not in project directory. So, okay, I have to get inside the project directory and I say ZET pack. Okay, so now it says that extension is packed successfully as Gantt.zip in the distribution folder. Let's get back to the Finder, and here's the distribution folder, and there you've got the Gantt.zip. Okay, so clear till now? 4-step process. Okay, now I get back to Creator. I go to settings. So there we have widgets. I click on widgets, okay, and I create a new widget, and I call it as Gantt, and I upload the packed file. It's there in Gantt, widgets, Gantt, and distribution. I'm uploading the zip file now, and I've got to give an index file from where it should start. So that's, I've got a index.html, I'm giving you that, and I create. So now we see that Gantt widget is created. Now how do I use this Gantt widget? So I create a page, a blank page, and I call it as Gantt. Okay. So here if you see, we have added this new thing called widgets. Okay, I click on that. So all the widgets that are already available, it's listed over here. So the new one is listed here, and then I drag and drop this, and then click done. Okay, let's quickly access the application and see how it works. Okay, so here's the Gantt chart that we saw. So this is completely built using JavaScript. So you could display your data in whatever way you want. You can create a form, you can create, your imagination is the restriction. So like you can do whatever you want with that. So that's about the JavaScript. Next, the third front-end language, the new front-end language to build a mobile app. Okay. So by the way, JavaScript can be used to build even responsive mobile apps as well. So that supports mobile as well. So you could use some, say, React Native or something like that, and then build a web app as well as the mobile app. That your creator app will support that too. Your PWA and everything will support JavaScript. So now apart from that, we have something exclusive for building the mobile app. So we are supporting Swift and Java, Swift for iOS and Java for Android, so that you can start building your mobile app. So we are giving this feature through Mobile SDK. So it again empowers you to build the mobile app without the need for any infrastructure. So remember, already Creator supports downloading as a mobile app without you having to do a lot of hard work. So it abstracts a lot of things. So here this I'm talking on top of that. So it lets you build beautiful UI and your own user experience and so on. So basically your app in Creator acts as a backend as a service. Okay. And okay, this is very important. There are totally 3 ways to use Mobile SDK. 1, okay. So you could design your own UI and UX using Core SDK in an iOS or Android project. So basically, this is pretty much what everyone else does. Every other SaaS vendors do this. They provide a mobile SDK, so you get to build your own UI and UX from scratch, and all your front-end code is yours. So basically, we are calling this as a Core SDK. So Core SDK is part of the Mobile SDK of Creator. And say, for example, this is your Xcode or Android project. You write the Swift and the Java code. So your project UI code sits there, and your Creator app acts as a backend as a service. And you can take the Core SDK, and the data gets flown through the Core SDK. So you need not really you need not worry about the authentication. You need not worry about having to deal with the response that you get from the API. So all are available as language objects. So you got to control the flow of your app. And again, like I said, for Java, you got thousands of open source mobile projects. You can take them, mash them up with Creator data, and create your own beautiful UI. So other features of Core SDKs are that, like, we wrap the API request so that you don't have to call the API directly. And all the entities are modeled as native language objects, so you can natively code in Swift or Java. So this is the first thing. Second thing is that there are some situations where you would have built Creator app, and you may want to add little bit of your own code to that. Okay, maybe you have got a order management app built in Creator, and today Creator doesn't support tracking. Tracking feature is not available in Creator. You may want to build a tracking module on your own using the Creator data, and you may want to embed that inside the Creator app, okay, or in your own project. Okay, for that we are offering a solution in such a way that you can take the entire Creator app as one entity and put it inside your project code, and then you can augment that Creator app however you want. You can add other parts of mobile code and then put them together as a project and then export it as a mobile app. So that way you need not have to work all the way around to build all those forms and reports that's already built for you. Okay, so this is your Xcode or Android project, and there your Creator app is there. It has got all the navigation, forms, reports, and pages done already for you. So what you can do is you can bring the entire Creator app inside your project as a whole entity, as a black box. So you don't have to tinker inside anything to do that. Creator will take care of all those things. And then you can add your own project code inside your project, and you can package them all together and publish it in App Store or on Play Store. So this is possible through the UI development kit. So no other vendor in the industry gives this. So no other vendor. I said no other vendor gives this, and we are giving this, we are introducing this today. So we are calling this as UI development kit. So UIDK again is part of Creator's mobile SDK. So let me get into the third type. Okay, this is the third type. So what if you want to pick certain components inside your Creator app? Maybe you want to have those little maybe few forms and then few reports and then package them, put together in your own project. So that is also possible. So third thing is embedding various components of your Creator app individually and also use Core SDK to design specific components. Say for example you have the project like this and then your Creator app. So you can specifically mention which component you want to include in your app. So this is useful when you already have a project, or maybe you want to build a bigger project and you want to include only specific components of your Creator app. Okay, let me quickly get into the demo of this. So I have all these projects set up so that you can I'll quickly get through these three types, how it works. So here is a sample iOS project, Xcode project. So to show that it's real, let me show you. Let me launch and show you that it's a blank screen. Okay, so here you are able to see this, right? So it's launching and it's a blank screen, nothing is there. Okay, and I'm going to uncomment this code so that will present you the Zoho login. So I run the code and yeah. Okay, so I'm going to log in. So this is a customized my own project in Xcode. So I'm bringing the Zoho login inside this. Okay, so it says logged in, done. So I get back to the code now. I'm going to show the entire Creator app as one single entity. Okay, so let me quickly run that. So I'm bringing the app inside my project. So I've logged in. Okay, so sounds familiar, looks familiar. So this is the Creator app. So I click on this, go back. So to prove that this is a Creator app, let me click on everything and then show you. Okay, so all these four components are just Creator app. So I brought in the entire Creator app inside my project. Okay, cool. So next, I'm going to quickly change this code. Okay, change this screen alone. Okay. So the same project, so I'm showing it in a different way. And I click on that, it goes to the same Creator form, it's the same Creator component, okay? And I'm going to comment this and uncomment this, and this will turn the dashboard into some other UI. Let's see that. Okay. So your dashboard got prettier, but still the same creator front end. It's still the same creator form. Now, okay, let me just change this supplies and canteen alone, okay, into a different way of doing that. So I'm going to this particular code. And I'm going to comment this one. And remove this. So this is going to be last. Yeah. So I click on the supplies and there you go. So now the supplies have a completely different kind of form. So quick recap what we saw today. So on the web and the mobile backend, we have got Java, Python and Node.js. For web and mobile frontend, we have got JavaScript, Swift and Java. So we are calling them cloud functions, widgets and mobile SDK. Thank you.